Greetings from New York City. We have a brand new interview with Kevin O'Leary talking about the FTX debacle.
They gave him $15 million.
In this conversation with the folks on Squawk Box, Kevin O'Leary defends his investment in FTX and offers some clues as to why he has been so reluctant to criticize SBF. Let's watch this. I will have commentary. Hopefully I'll be able to make you laugh as well, and we can learn something. So without further ado, let's get to it.
I got to tell you, the institutional interest in FTX on the U.S. equity was unbelievable. The amount of people that approached me saying, how do I get a piece of this deal? And I said at that time,
it's a good lesson here. Just because other people, even people you think know what they're talking about, just because they're excited about an investment doesn't mean that you should be. Great investors, legendary investors would all attest to this. You have to think for yourself. You cannot follow the crowd, even if it's a smart crowd.
not a single dollar that I lost is anybody else's money except mine. That's important for me.
Well, they paid you a lot of money to influence other people to invest. So just because they didn't invest through you, they may have invested because of or partly because of you.
Total deal was just under $15 million.
Oh, that's not bad for a year's worth of sort of doing work, right?
All in. I put about $9.7 million into crypto.
Of the $15 million that he was given.
It's all at zero. I don't know because my account got scraped a couple of weeks ago. All the data, all the coins, everything. And then I lost the money I invested in the equity as well. Those are zeros too. It was not a good investment, Andrew.
When you made this arrangement, this is back in August 10th, 2021, you said the following. You said, to find crypto investment opportunities that met my own rigorous standards, that was your phrase, of compliance, I entered into this relationship with FTX. It has some of the best crypto exchange offerings I've seen on the market.
Yes.
Given that you were the spokesman and ambassador for this company,
yes, because
what kind of diligence did you do?
Nada.
Around this issue of compliance?
I obviously know all the institutional investors in this deal. We all look like idiots. Let's put that on the table, okay?
Appreciate that.
We relied on each other's due diligence, but we also relied on another investment theme that I felt drove a lot of interest in FTX. Sam Bankman-Fried is an American.
Kevin O'Leary is a Canadian.
There were no other American large exchanges to invest in if you wanted to invest in crypto as an infrastructure play. Many of us said, wait a second, who's coming to this deal? We knew, for example,
this sounds like
Tiger.
This sounds like groupthink.
Joe,
did you know there was no CFO?
Woo!
Look, at the end of the day, to say that there was no CFO is also a bit of a falsehood. This was a nascent industry with a disruptor at its helm, creating positions that didn't have...
Based on speculative nonsense.
Traditional names, okay? That's just the way it was. In retrospect, yes, it's a mistake. However, I feel obliged at this point to go to the end of this, particularly...
What does that mean?
What a guy.
It means that I need to find where the money went. I'm going to start with my own journey, with my own...
Hey, Kevin, it's gone. Adios. Later. See ya. The money is gone, Kevin.
Bankman-Fried reached out to me last Saturday.
Hi, Kevin. Hi, how are you? I just want to see how you're doing.
And I said...
Can you imagine that phone call? Like if SBF called me and I was in this guy's shoes, I would definitely have that would be a tough convo.
Look, Sam.
Look, Sam, you're a good kid.
Thanks. Thanks so much.
I am just one investor, but my account has a zero in it, and there are no accounting records. Where did the money go?
It's gone.
And to the extent you can help me, point me in the direction, because I will, on behalf of every other shareholder, go find where this...
If SBF is wearing a suit here in this whatever little video they have going on the side, you can see that he's actually an adult. You know, there's this narrative of like, you know, he's the whiz kid and all these things that distract us from the fact that he is an adult who made adult decisions, not a child who made a boo-boo.
The next day we talked for over an hour.
Hey, I just want to say that I'm just so grateful that I can do so much good for the world. And Kevin O'Leary is, I just figured if I got him on the payroll, he would maybe, help the narrative on Cnbc.
He walked me through his scenario, and I learned a lot.
Now,
Giselle is very pretty. I just want to say that.
What did you learn?
First of all, I said, what was the large drawdown of your capital? Where did the cash go? One of the biggest uses of cash was...
He's like, hey, Kevin, I got to go.
Do you think that he was taking customer funds to do that?
Yeah. Did he take that money from customers to get?
Yeah. Did he take the money from customers?
The only way to answer that question, and I told him, and he agreed. I said, look, Sam, you start this journey with me, and wherever the chips fall, that's on you. Because we're talking about this. I'm going to pursue it.
Okay, we're going to skip ahead. There's one more video here. It's a part 2. And this one is my favorite. Becky Quick hits him with the heat in this portion of the interview. And I think it's some of the best journalism I've seen about this entire debacle. And I'm really grateful that I was able to catch this and share it with you guys.
A lot of people have looked to you over the years as somebody who is an investor and a successful investor. And they
Kevin O'Leary's been like a father to me. I call him daddy.
And so they're looking at this and saying, what kind of compliance did this guy do?
We trusted you.
Just asking around and seeing who else was investing is not compliance unto itself.
Well, we did compliance, and the way we did it, we said,
We said, is this going to make money? Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, look, the board piece of it, the CFO piece of it, all of those would be considered compliance red flags. But
Andrew, if you're asking, did I do enough due diligence, the answer is no. Did I rely like others did in Joe's concept of groupthink? Yes, we all did that.
But did you ask, though, about the relationship between Alameda and FTX?
At that time, Alameda was just another account in FTX, okay?
By the way, not just another account. At some point, it might have represented close to 50% of the business that was even on FTX.
And there is where I call you out and say, how do you know that if you have no records? And my whole point about this is all of these allegations, all these claims, all this Sam Bankman-Fried took money out, took it in, whatever. Nobody knows because there's no data. That data, as I learned, according to Sam, is sitting on a server backed up on AWS.
No, it's not. I would highly doubt that there's data to show that's going to come out in all this. This is $8 billion went missing.
Sam says he can flip the switch. I need that data.
Hey, I can just flip the switch.
I can't go get the money unless I have the data where it went.
You're not getting the money, bro. It's gone. Now, Becky Quick is going to jump in here in a second. And again, I want to bring attention to this. I said on Twitter that she's a national treasure for what she said here.
You're right. Everybody who we thought were savvy investors can look at this and say, we should have seen the signs. We should have known. I listened to the interview that Andrew did with him
So did
at
I.
DealBook, and I thought,
So did I.
that guy's a crook and a liar. You listened to it and said you'd invest money with him again if it turns out there's nothing criminally wrong here.
So look at that finger point real quick, guys.
Them again if it turns out there's nothing criminally wrong here. What did you hear that I didn't hear?
The context of that is I have been known for decades to invest in entrepreneurs that have had catastrophic outcomes.
Frauds? Does that mean they took all their customers' money and used it for nefarious purposes?
Because they learn a lot from their mistakes. It may not fit for Sam Bankman-Fried because we don't know the outcome of what's going to occur.
Yeah, but all I can say is everything he said, I just didn't realize. You didn't realize there was an $8 billion hole. You didn't.
Woo!
It's like his client.
Woo!
There was an $8 billion hole. You didn't realize that there was like his client's funds that were being swapped over there. It's not his fault. Like that to me is like, man, that guy has bad news. That's not just you had bad luck. He was lying and manipulating.
You don't know.
Oh, come on.
You have no data. All I'm saying is let's do the
Wake up, Mr. Wonderful.
forensic audit.
Look at Becky Quick's face. She's like, you're just a total idiot.
Let's do the forensic audit. Let's find out what happened.
Do it.
I owe everybody that follows me, as you said, Andrew, I owe them that information. I feel compelled to go get it.
You were a father to me, Kevin.
I am going to go get it. I'm lucky. I have resources to do it.
Oh, yeah, because you didn't lose any of your actual capital in this whole deal. I'm going to stop here because I want to give some actual thoughts beyond just me making fun of this. In my view, I was very confused why Kevin O'Leary went from, getting wiped out to then saying he'd work with SBF again. And I think the answer is a lot more simple than, maybe it is appearing to other people. SBF paid him $15 million to be an ambassador. That's, I'm sure, the most he's ever been paid to do anything like that. And SBF was buying favors. He was buying influence. And I'm sure Kevin O'Leary, he's a very popular person on Cnbc. He has the inroads there. And I think it probably helped SBF, make his case. I'm not saying Cnbc did anything, but I'm just simply pointing out that he bought Kevin O'Leary off for $15 million. Now, if you're somebody who got $15 million for essentially a year's worth of work, and not a whole lot of work, by the way, and someone says to you, hey, don't you hate this guy? I think it's very difficult for people to say, yes, I hate him, because Kevin O'Leary didn't lose any of his own money. He lost money that was given to him as part of the deal that he put back in to FTX and other cryptocurrencies. That's the way that I understand it. But yeah, this is called incentives. It's all this is incentives. I don't think there's anything more nefarious here. I think Kevin O'Leary is having a tough time throwing someone under the bus who gave him the best payday of his life. I think that's all it is. I really do. If you disagree with me, I welcome it. No one knows the exact answer. Feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments. I do value other opinions. So please, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. But, that's all I think's going on here. He got $15 million to be an ambassador and really not have to do a whole lot. And he's not willing to say this guy's the worst guy in the whole world because the guy gave him $15 million. Right, for a year's worth of work. It just seems kind of obvious there. Everyone kind of got caught up on the whole $15 million. But I think the fact that was his paycheck and the guy that gave him that paycheck, he's not going to say, yeah, let's throw him in prison, because I just think there's something very human about not biting the hand that has not just fed you, but fed you more than you've ever been fed for the same type of work relative to the work you were doing.